See, if you're a Canelo fan, you're not gonna like this page, especially with you guys making comments. I'm not these other channels, man. When I put a video up, it's gonna hurt, and this one right here is gonna hurt. It's the truth, and it's facts, but it's gonna hurt. So Canelo, he has in his last 14 fights. If we want to go to his I guess resume is what we call it. So he only had, in his last 14 fights, the face of boxing, the greatest fighter since Floyd Mayweather, the greatest Mexican of all time, the best we ever seen. People need to do certain stuff to get a fight with him. He only got 5 knockouts, 5 TKOs, really, stoppages. He only got 1 KO. But the TKOs, I add the stoppages and all the other stuff in there with TKOs. So he only got 5 of those in his last 14 fights. I don't want to hear about this guy's power. If you listen to all my videos, I've been really on point with him. I gave him credit where credit is due. He only had 5 stoppages, TKOs. I'll just say knockouts. So he only has 5 knockouts in his last, 14 fights? And Terence Crawford has 13 in his last 14 fights? Bro, if you look at the people Canelo couldn't KO, he couldn't knock out. So people say, well, he knocked out Caleb Plant. I'll talk about that in another video, so I won't focus on Caleb Plant now, but just notice how I just breezed past Caleb Plant like that. So you couldn't knock out little bitty Jamel Charlo. People say he was running. Caleb Plant was running too. So you couldn't knock out Jamel Charlo, 154, who's lost before. You couldn't knock out John Ryder, who's lost plenty of times. He went 12 rounds with you. You couldn't knock out old Gennady Golovkin. I don't even know how old he is at this point. He's 41 years old. So when you fought him last year, he was 40 years old. Gennady Golovkin was 40 years old last year when Canelo fought him. And he couldn't knock out Gennady Golovkin at 40 years old. Face of boxing. Dimitri Bivol beat you. You didn't get your rematch back. Made plenty of videos about that already. I'm going past the Caleb Plant thing because I already said something about that. I've counted that out already too. That's 1 of 5 TKOs he's had in the last 13 fights. 13 fights. And if we go back to that, that's 6 years. So in 6 years, you only got 5 TKO. You only got 5 knockouts or stoppages in 6 years. And Terence Crawford got double that. Okay. It sounds like and you know what's crazy? Terence Crawford from America. I'm not even making a big deal about. Oh, he's knocked out everybody. I'm not even making a big deal about it. I mean, I know it's been going on. I've been watching the fights, bro, forever. I've watched all those fights when he knocked those guys out. I haven't been making a big deal about it. Canelo go 12 rounds with Charlo. We got Mexican guys coming over here talking about somebody else. So let me tell you something. So are y'all telling me Benavidez has more power than Canelo? Does Benavidez have more power than Canelo? All the guys that say Demetrius Andre, boo-boo, he gonna get knocked out. Does Benavidez have more power than Canelo? Because from looking at Canelo's resume, he ain't got no power. He ain't got no power. None at all. So you couldn't knock out Danny Jacobs, who's been knocked out cold before. Danny Jacobs got knocked out cold before. Fought Canelo, couldn't knock him out. Canelo couldn't knock him out. Went 12 rounds. With Triple G, people said you had a draw and all this other stuff. You never knocked Triple G down. Julio Cesar Chavez, he got all this drug stuff going on. People worrying about Jamal Charlo and his mental health and all this stuff. Julio Cesar Chavez, he got way more stuff going on than Jamal Charlo. Way more stuff. I'm talking about he sick. You saw everybody talking about, well, we need to worry about Jamal Charlo's life and safety. Nah, y'all need to go worry about Julio Cesar Chavez. Give him that same energy you giving Jamal Charlo. Please and thank you. He will need it. Because y'all used him as a shield and said, oh, promise him how great he gonna be, and he ain't never got there still. Dude got 50 fights. He got 50 fights, and then he just man, moving on. He already going through enough. So you knocked out Rocky Fielding. Okay. And when the last time we done seen him fight? Dan Aziz just knocked him out? Bro, look. Bro, everybody has knocked him out. Callum Smith knocked him out. So, bro, Canelo. So you telling me Callum Smith knocked out Rocky Fielding? And then you went around and said, oh, let me fight Callum Smith, see if I can knock him out. Couldn't knock him out. You couldn't KO Callum Smith. Couldn't KO Danny Jacobs, who's been put to sleep before. Billy Joe Saunders, you went 8 rounds with him. And he hasn't fought since 2021. And guess who the last person he fought? Billy Joe Saunders hasn't fought in almost 3 years. And the last person he fought was Canelo. Man, you fighting some real tough guys, man. They can't handle paydays. As much as I joke about Jermell Charlo and all this stuff, other stuff, shoot, it look like Billy Joe Saunders can't handle a payday. He had one Canelo fight and retired. Man, he worse than Triple G. So you couldn't KO Triple G. John Ryder couldn't get knocked out. Man, what is this? So you couldn't KO Julio Cesar Chavez, John Ryder. Bro, you only got 5 knockouts in your last 14 fights. And these aren't the best of the best. A lot of these guys we'll never see on pay-per-view. So it's not best of the best. I don't want to hear about competition. Nobody cares about Yildirim, Callum Smith. We will not watch those. So any guy who's in my comments right now. So you telling me the guys that's on Canelo resume, you gonna show them guys? You gonna show your kids, or when you get older, you gonna be sitting back watching John Ryder fights? You gonna sit back watching Yildirim fights? Callum Smith, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. These guys that Canelo couldn't knock out. We don't even mention those guys now. So why would we mention them in 15, 20 years? Canelo got a lot of borderline, I'm just going to say it. According to y'all standards, these would be considered bombs. If they had PBC next to their name, they'll be considered bombs. Real talk, they'll be considered bombs. Billy Joe Saunders hasn't fought since he fought Canelo. And he almost went 12 rounds with him. Yeah, this resume looks shaky. It looks terrible. Then when you get to the knockouts, you got 147. The other knockouts, like when you go past the 14, you got, I'm not even going to focus on that. Amir Khan at 147. Man, you see how small Amir Khan looks now? He was even smaller when Canelo fought him. Amir Khan just now starting to put on weight. I'm telling you, man, this resume Canelo got, it looks bad, man. I know Sergey Kovalev on there. Without Sergey Kovalev and Gennady Golovkin on here, because the Dmitry Bivol thing was a loss. He got beat down on this. Didn't even go for a rematch. So without Gennady, I mean, you could leave Gennady Golovkin and Kovalev on there. Who cares? This resume is trash to me. It's trash. If you don't even got 50% knockout rate on these guys. John Ryder, 12 rounds? That's why them people in Mexico was like, man, get this guy out of here. This is who the WBC invested in? This is who the WBC invested in? Canelo. This right here. He's not no star like that, bro. He's not creating stars. Y'all acting like he beat Floyd or something. Did he beat Floyd? Did Canelo beat Floyd? That's all I'm asking. Because if he did, I mean, maybe I missed it. Because I was watching boxing back then. I was watching Canelo back then. So did he, Did he beat Floyd, or he got a majority decision over Floyd? So somebody thought he won. So a judge thought he beat Floyd? What judge thought that he beat Floyd? Oh, they thought it was. Oh, okay. They thought it was a draw. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anybody who think that was a draw, obviously the cheating was out. They've been cheating for Canelo for a long time now. If anybody thought that was a draw, yeah, boxing has cheating in it, especially for Canelo. At 23 years old, they was talking about he had a draw with Floyd Mayweather. Who believes that? Who actually believes that? Who runs around and say, yeah, he beat Floyd? Nobody. Let me see. Yeah, this resume is pretty trash, man. Last couple of years. Not last couple of years. Last few years. This resume has been no good. An old Triple G. So you've been fighting Triple G since what? Since he was 34? This man been old. He was old when you started fighting him. Trash resume. Yildirim. Let me see what Yildirim been doing. Anthony Yildirim. 24-5, has been knocked out 3 times. This dude just got knocked out last year. He basically got beat up by Darrell before. So how did Yildirim lose to Darrell? Then go on to fight Canelo next. Obviously, Canelo didn't want to fight Darrell. Chris Eubank Jr. So Anthony Yildirim got KO'd by Chris Eubanks 6 years ago? Yeah, no wonder Chris Eubanks is calling out Canelo. He's like, bro, you fought Yildirim? I've been KO'd that guy. I don't know, man. This resume is pretty garbage. Now I see why people are making a big deal about Charlo, him beating Charlo. That's the only American he basically got on here. This resume. I know they got Caleb Plant on here. Caleb Plant would have lasted one more round, man. He would have he would have went 12 rounds with Canelo. One more round, man. I don't know why he couldn't last one more round. I don't know. That's disgusting to me. I don't know why he couldn't last one more round. That's pretty bad. Especially when you see these other names on here like Julio Cesar Chavez and Danny Jacobs been knocked out before. But Canelo couldn't knock him out. Canelo couldn't for sure knock him out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and Danny Jacobs is the same guy that Canelo said better than Triple G. I just want y'all to realize that. Canelo said Danny Jacobs was better than Triple G. Look it up. Google it. Type in Canelo, Danny Jacobs, Daniel Jacobs, and Gennady Golovkin. You'll see it. Google works pretty fine. There's not that many articles that's speaking on all 3 of them at once. You'll see it. Trust me. So Danny Jacobs, who's better than Golovkin, because Canelo's always right. If not, Canelo's a liar. If y'all don't agree that Daniel Jacobs is better than better than Triple G, Canelo is a liar. Okay, because Canelo fought Daniel Jacobs after he fought Triple G the first 2 times, and he said around this time, yeah, he's better than Golovkin. So if y'all think Canelo is lying, Canelo's a liar. Period. He's a liar. I want his fans to admit it. Because when I say, Triple G ain't that good, people are like, oh, he's hating on Triple G. Canelo said Triple G is not that good, and I've said it. So what y'all want to do now? Call me and Canelo liars. Do that. Canelo, and then Terence Crawford got 13 knockouts and 14 fights, and Canelo like, I don't know why he want to fight me. He's undersized. Bro, it look like you're undersized. It look like you're going 12 rounds with most of your guys. And the guys you're not knocking out are either over the hill or they're not really on that level. Because I haven't seen Caleb Plant in the ring with none of these guys that you got on your resume. Not one. Not even little Jamel Charlo. Bro, Jamel Charlo probably your hardest opponent, bro. To be real. To be honest. And I'm just being honest. As hard as I am on Jamel Charlo, I'm just mad at Jamel Charlo because he could have fought you like next year or something, bro. To be honest, he could have fought you like next year. I'm pretty sure Canelo would have had no problem with saying, hey, I'll fight Charlo next year. No problem. Charlo like, oh, I need to get my turn now. Bro, what's going to happen, bro? You should have just hung out there. But Canelo went 12 rounds with him. Y'all say Charlo's so trash. Yeah, Canelo went 12 rounds with that. 154. A guy he weighed 24 more pounds. He fighting a guy who's almost 25 pounds. Well, basically 25 pounds less than what he is. Yeah, I'm gonna fight him. A guy who's 25 pounds less than you? Yeah, because he's undisputed. Because he's undisputed. Bro, I didn't... What? These the kind of passes... Bro, that's like Floyd saying, I want to fight a featherweight. At welterweight. Yeah, give me a featherweight. Yeah, let me fight one of the little guys down there. This resume isn't really that good, man. I'm telling people now. I don't know. Y'all might want me to cook on this later on. I'm gonna drop this now, but this definitely ain't it right here. I don't like this resume. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.